Republicans this week have all of them, like they got the memo to talk about how much better it was 4 years ago. Like that's been the Republican theme this week. 4 years ago, it was better under Trump. Don't y'all remember? Like Republicans are like the pros of gaslighting. Don't y'all remember how good it was 4 years ago? Y'all remember? I mean, there was so much toilet tissue and paper towels. It was like the shelves in the grocery stores were stacked. Like it was like Christmas in the grocery store 4 years ago. Y'all don't remember that? Huh? Right? Am I right? It was so good. We could go anywhere. We could travel, go on cruises. Like it was amazing for you. Like, come on, stop. Stop playing. Let's talk about what was going on 4 years ago because I did a little research. Hey, Michelle, I haven't seen you in so long. Talking about 4 years ago because Republicans said it was so good, girl. We worked together. You remember how good it was 4 years ago? Our Zoom meetings for work. It was spectacular. Loved it. You know what I really liked 4 years ago? Waiting in line to get into the grocery store. I love that, right? It was like, because only about 50 at a time could go in. So there's like this long line. You had to wait for like few people to go out. Then you could go in. I love that. I love the cost of the disinfectant too, like the wipes and stuff. I loved paying for that so I can wipe everything down. That was amazing. I would go back tomorrow if I could. Per the Republicans. So anyway, I did a little research and I was reading a Reuters article because I have to give Reuters credit for this because they have all the quotes and all the dates because this is funny because again, Republicans they were saying how great it was 4 years ago and how wonderfully Trump handled the COVID. Like he was just out here doing the damn thing. So let's see how good he handled it. Let's see. January 22nd, 2020. And we always knew that something was going on prior to March. And we knew because people were getting sick. People were really getting sick and people were dying in nursing homes even before we shut down. It was a very strange thing. And we were seeing it on the news. I remember like in Greece, it was just like bodies on the ground. And we're like, what in the world is that? Right. But here, Trump's like, we're doing fine. Let's see what he was saying. January 22nd. We have it totally under control. It's one person coming from China. It's going to be just fine. Donald Trump, January 22nd, 2020. January 24th, tweet. China has been working very, very hard to contain the coronavirus. The United States greatly appreciates their efforts and transparency. This is Donald Trump, January 24th, 2020. February 23rd, to reporters. We're very much involved, very cognitive. We have it very much under control. This is February 23rd. Oh, let's pause right there. February 23rd, Donald Trump said to reporters, we're very much involved, very cognitive. We have it very much under control. February 23rd, 2020. Hold 1 second, guys. February 7th, 2020. About 2 weeks prior, his interview with Bob Woodward. You know Bob Woodward. He's a very respected journalist. He's the one that broke the Watergate scandal. This is what Trump said in the interview. And he interviewed with Bob Woodward 18 times. He goes, deadly stuff. Yes, it goes through the air. This is tough. This is tricky. These are his words. I didn't do all of the quotes, but these are just, he said it was deadly stuff. This is what he said February 7th, 2020, that it was going through the air and it was deadly stuff. February 7th. February 27th, at the White House, he goes, it's going to disappear one day. It's like a miracle. or just disappear. This is after he said 20 days prior that it was deadly stuff. Y'all keep go ahead and believing these goddamn Republicans and their gaslighting. Because all you have to do is Google and it's right here. Because that's all I did. I didn't get this shit out my head. I didn't remember it. Like as I'm reading the quotes, I start to remember and seeing like him on the news, like, whoa, what is happening here? But I didn't just pull this up. It's a Google. Just Google it. So February 27th, let's go back because this is wild what he said. He said, it's going to disappear one day. It's like a miracle. It'll disappear. February 27th. March 10th, 2020. After meeting with the Republican senators, he goes, this was unexpected. And it hit the world, but we're prepared. We're doing a great job. And it will go away. Just stay calm. It will go away. That's March 10th. That's meanwhile, remember, after he already said it was deadly stuff. He said it's going to go away. March 10th, 2020. Y'all remember where y'all were about March 13th, 2020? Let's go. March 13th, 2020. White House briefing. Yeah, no, I don't take any responsibility, right? Because now this is where it's out of control, right? It had already been in the background even before March 13th. It was building up. Y'all remember that cruise ship that couldn't dock and people were sick and hungry on that ship that he wouldn't let dock because he didn't want those numbers. He wouldn't let the ship come in and dock. And when they finally let the ship come in and dock, they let the people get off the ship, get on airplanes, and go home that had COVID. But he did a great job. This is maddening. It's like, what? This is the guy that we want to reelect. Why is anyone surprised that this damn man had top secret documents in his bathroom? He's a crazy lunatic because what is just careless life, knowing he doesn't regard life. Not his children's, not his wives, and he goddamn doesn't regard our lives because obviously he's like, he doesn't even take responsibility. He's the president. What do you mean you don't take me? Donald Trump is that guy that'll be on the Titanic ship. And when he hears that it's going down, he's the one that's pushing all the women and children and the disabled people out the way so he can get his orange ass on one of those lifeboats so he can be saved. That's as president. He would do that as the president. Okay. You're the president. You take responsibility. Even if it could be somebody else's fault, you don't pass the blame. The buck stops with you. He can't do that on any level, not even the smallest level. He definitely wouldn't do it for this. So yeah, March 13th. Yeah, I don't take responsibility because now the shit has hit the fan. March 15th. Yep, don't forget the bleach. We get in there, girl. Come on, girl. We get to that bleach. March 15th, White House briefing. This is very contagious, but it's something we have tremendous control of. Okay, go watch. March 18th, in a tweet. I always treated the Chinese virus very seriously. So now he's getting racist, right? Because now the pressure's on, right? Because remember back in, I think it was February, he was loving China. Oh, January 22nd. It's under control. It's one person coming from China. We have it under control. January 24th. China has been working very hard to contain coronavirus. It's greatly appreciated. That was in January. March 18th, I always treated the Chinese virus very seriously and have done a very good job from the beginning, including my very early decision to close borders from China. Didn't know what borders from China means, but he's closing the borders. It's connecting us to China, against the wishes of almost all, because you know how he does that double talk. Almost all, but I mean really all. I don't know. But yeah, you see how he got racist now? Now it's becoming the Chinese virus, right? Because now it's coming out how bad it is. Now people, just droves of people are dying in the streets, nowhere to put these people. This is what's happening right now. March 18th. April 3rd, from the White House. So with the masks, it's going to be really a voluntary thing. I'm choosing not to. April 3rd. April 23rd, from the White House. I see the disinfectant where it knocks it out in a minute. 1 minute. And, there's a way we can, do something like that injection inside. Because, the lungs, it attacks the lungs. So, it's very bad for the lungs. I'm not making this up. He said this. This is his timeline. This is what he said. Let's go. So that was April 23rd. I don't know. Maybe he went on hiatus or something because the next quote jumps to July 21st. Now he's wearing a mask in July 21st. He's wearing a mask on July 21st. September 19th. This is the night before the U.S. exceeded 200,000 deaths. That was September 19th. So in 9 months, and I'm laughing about these tweets, but these are our family members. People are watching right now. We all either know someone who died from COVID, someone close to us in our family, our parents, our aunts, our kids. There were whole families wiped out. Mom, dad, kid, just families gone. We forget to even talk about the grandparents that had become parents to their grandchildren, right? That happened. There was like a whole group of grandparents who had to take custody of their grandchildren because the parents had died. So, yeah, I'm making fun of Trump, but absolutely not making fun of the things that happened under his mismanagement of this, because, stepping back and you thinking in 9 months, 200,000 everyone. Like, this wasn't the cancer. This wasn't cars. This is 200,000 people died from a virus. And these people died alone. Remember, there were no emergency rooms or no beds available in one hospital in this state. And they had to take them to a different state to try to get them care. So these people were dying alone. They were dying in a different state. And then the families had to try to find a way to get their bodies back home. The morgues were full. Nursing home, that was just everybody in the nursing home, just gone, because the nurses would come back and give, the people in the nursing home. And then all of a sudden, Republicans didn't care about the elderly. Again, they're like, well, they're going to die sometime. Like, it was just that nonchalant with them. 200,000 people died in 9 months from COVID. And Donald Trump We just went through the timeline from January to September of him with his fucking silly, stupid words. And this is who we're trusting to go back into the White House? I think September may be the last, and I'm probably done talking about it because now I'm just mad all over again.